What's going on, everybody? It is Nick here, back with a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about Hedera Hashgraph, aka HBAR. As you guys do know, I'm very bullish on this project, remain bullish. I just want to mention the fact that anybody that is getting a little bit impatient on this project, as well as XRP for an example, and they're claiming, hey, it hasn't moved at all in the last couple days, it's looking terrible, blah blah blah. I just want to stress the idea that, yeah, sure, you'll see coins like BNB, Ethereum, stuff like that do major moves up, while some of these other coins kind of sit stale for a little bit, and that's totally fine. It's normal. That's why diversification in this game is the major key to really, seeing something move, and then also seeing like other assets kind of sit stale. Like, for an example, my Matic position was moving at insane rates while everything else is kind of sitting stale, and that's why diversification is the key to this game. But I also want to mention the fact that you can't say that something hasn't moved when, if we go back to even, January, we're already up like 10x at least. And, if we're saying that something hasn't moved much at all, is kind of just underwhelming. Right now, like, we're trading at a sideways, and this line here is to really show support. We haven't broken down below support since, 2 days ago, for an example. Right, and we're still holding strong. We bounced back from it. The 25-cent range is our main support. Yeah, sure, we could hit 24 cents, but I still think right now, obviously the bottom's not exactly, in. We could see 24 cents. We could see, 25 cents again, but for the most part, I think we're still trading at our same pattern to really hit the $10 range or the $5 range. I think $5 to $10 is a very safe bet here. Again, it's pretty much where you want to exit at. My target personally is $10. I think $10 is very achievable for HBAR. But I just want to stress the idea that, we're still early in this bull run. Anybody that is saying that we're not early is kind of, not stressing the idea that Bitcoin dominance still hasn't made new lows. Bitcoin itself didn't really make parabolic highs yet. And I think that we're still kind of ranging to go much, much higher in terms of the overall market cap for crypto. Right now, this pattern that we're trading at in terms of, HBAR is only going to last so long before we actually bounce off of support and get an upswing, movement. Our next real, target you can say is 50 cents. I think 50 cents is a good target to have currently for HBAR. It's almost a 2x from our current pricing. But not only that, but it would also clear the total the recent all-time high, I should say, which is 45 cents. Now, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about some updates in terms of HBAR as well. We actually got confirmation from the HBAR team. I talked about this already, where we actually did 1.1, almost 1.1.5 billion transactions and counting, and it now has the title of the world's most used public network by transactions, which is crazy because I even talked about how, even this kid says, Coinbase, list this bad boy, please. I actually know Pete. He actually comments on a lot of my tweets, but for the most part, it's actually incredible that we're seeing, HBAR really take over this space in terms of, a public network. And I think that this is just a start for HBAR. I think we're going to see a lot more, updates like this where we hit 2 billion transactions, 3 billion, and so forth. It's only the start. We're still very early, even in terms of HBAR's, innovation and development. And I just want to stress the idea that, like I said, in this game, patience is key. I'd like to say patience is a virtue, but it is, a tool that we don't really utilize much, and I think that we need to utilize it a lot more, especially in finance, because, we see it all the time. We see people who, kind of got tired of holding Bitcoin back in like 2010 and so forth, and they sold at, $1, or they sold at $2. And there's a lot of people that still held from 2010 to even now that are really reaping the benefits of being patient. Patience is key no matter what. It's not even only key in, crypto. If you're going to the gym and you're working out and you're not seeing any sort of gains or anything like that, they will come in time. You got to be patient. You got to be vigilant. You got to stay strong. You got to just, you got to really hodl. It's the best way that I could, say it. I've been to the gym multiple times in my life, focused on it, and it's all a patience game. Life is a patience game. Finance is no different, including, crypto. I think with HBAR we're going to see some massive price movement, and I think that we're still very undervalued. I actually have this tweet from HBAR_research, and they're saying HBAR is more insanely undervalued relative to the market right now than it has been. And the reason why is more daily usage than Bitcoin, Ethereum, DOT, 88, XRP, Uniswap, Litecoin, Theta, VT combined. Yet, it is the 62nd by market cap. Needs a 3x just to reach top 30. Needs to go up by 25x or 29x to match 88 or Doge. Now again, this was tweeted May 11th. It is now May 12th. So some of those statistics are a little bit, outdated in terms of, Doge and stuff. But I do want to pretty much, talk about the idea that this tweet is very, very factual. And the reason why I think that this is very factual is just because, we've already kind of analyzed Hedera in a technical standpoint and seen the statistics that it actually pulls in, the partnerships that it has, what it's actually really doing. Overall, if we look here, HBAR_research actually lists the transactions per day, with HBAR versus others. We have Bitcoin 0.3 million, Ethereum 1.7 million, DOT 0.5 million, ADA 0.05 million, XRP at 1.2 million, Uniswap at 0.03 million. This is Ethereum Classic 0.13 million, Theta 0.08 million, VET 0.10 million, and then total is 4.09 million, with HBAR totaling 4.76 million. I mentioned it time and time again that Hedera is scalability compared with the price per transaction. Not only that, but also transactions per second is just unmatched by any project in the space. HBAR is a giant of a hold. It really is, and it is one of my massive holdings compared to even like XRP and Matic, for an example. I believe more in HBAR than most projects out there. Now, that doesn't mean that I believe in it more than XRP. They're kind of 50-50 in my playing field, like I mentioned in my previous videos. But I will say this. HBAR does have a ton of room to grow overall in terms of market cap and price. Right now, it's kind of very suppressed, in my opinion. And, right now, this is like the perfect time to buy it. Yeah, sure, we might see 24 cents, we might see, 25 cents, but for the most part, DCA in on the way down, and I don't think that you'll have any issues at all. Just recently, HBAR got listed on Uphold. I always mention Uphold to anybody who's trying to buy XRP. If you guys do want to open, an Uphold account, you guys can click the Uphold link in my YouTube description. It's pretty much, it helps me. It also helps you as well. Pretty much reap the benefits, but it's pretty much my, referral link. But for the most part, I do use Uphold only for HBAR and also XRP. I was using Binance US for HBAR, but I didn't like the idea that, with a lot of the assets on Binance, including HBAR, I would always get like the suspended kind of message where like you could not withdraw. So I do prefer Uphold overall. Now, of course, if HBAR does get listed on like Coinbase with Coinbase Pro, then I'll definitely move over to Coinbase Pro just because I do like, Coinbase's security overall compared to Uphold. But nonetheless, I do want to talk more about this in terms of HBAR overall. We do got some more updates, but for the most part, I do want to talk more overall about the pattern that we're trading at right now. So, I know a lot of people are kind of looking at this pattern and seeing that we're trading in a downward, sort of pattern. And I just want to stress the idea that we're really not in terms of, what I'm actually seeing. So if we go to the 1-day chart, for an example, and we kind of zoom out here, 1 second, you can kind of see that we're still just accumulating. We're still in a consolidation period where we're kind of just trading sideways, waiting for the next big move. And as I mentioned, even in my previous HBAR videos, we're still very undervalued. And I think that we are one of the most undervalued projects in this space. Like I mentioned with, the partnerships that Hedera does have and what they're really accomplishing overall as a public network is absolutely insane. I think listings are yet to really happen on main exchanges. Yeah, sure, we do have Binance, we have Uphold and stuff, but for the most part, we still have some ways to go. I think with the coming time, even in the next couple months, we're going to see Hedera grow at insane rates. And I still think, right now at the price that it's at, it's still very early. I think, yeah, sure, this push up from even like, let's say from January, right? So at around 2 to 3 cents to even where we were here at 45 cents is truly nothing. I still think that we could go to, $5 to $10 or even more. I mentioned this even in my Discord channel. I was saying, we could easily see, numbers up to 15 plus for HBAR because of what it actually accomplishes. I think that a lot of people are going to be surprised with a lot of price point averages that we get this bull run, because it's not like any other bull run that we've seen, including the 2013, the 2017, and 2018 bull run as well. This year is very different. We do have institutional money coming in. We also do have a lot more, retail investors in the space now, and it's just an ever-growing, market. But nonetheless, I will have more updates on Hedera. I do have some more information to really get you guys, but I do want to keep these videos kind of short, and I don't want to stretch them out to 30 minutes plus. But for the most part, I do hope that you guys are enjoying the content lately. I do appreciate all of the support and the continued support from everybody who does watch my videos. If you guys are not subscribed, which I know almost 90% of you guys aren't, definitely subscribe, turn notifications on. I'm giving away free value all the time. And if you guys want more free value, definitely follow my Twitter and also join the description down below. But nonetheless, this has been Nick. Peace out.